Oh, hi. My name is Andrew Foster, and I'm a tenor saxophonist in this class. And in our last class, Mr. Patrick, I have learned a lot about Rastafarism and, the Carl Garden incident. Especially, when speaking about the history of or the Rastafarian movements or the Rasta movement, as you would say. Now, based on my recollection, my knowledge, the Rasta movement started in the early 30s, right, by a man known as Leonard Powell. Now, he was often called like the first Rastafarian or the first Rasta. Let me just correct myself, the first Rasta. Mr. Powell was very vocal, and he believed that Haile Selassie was the crown emperor and the second Messiah based on biblical principles. Now he has his background from the Marcus Garvey movement, where he was a part of the Marcus Garvey movement while he was traveling in the United States. He has his Christian background as well, and you know with this background gave him a very strong and belief that this movement, his movement, is the right movement, and it is the new age where Rasta is the best way to move forward, right? Now, over the years, we have a lot of cultural musician that took Rastafarism across the world, and it was not just in rural Jamaica or in some corner. We have artists like Bob Marley and Jimmy Cliff taking the unity of Rasta, the the resistance and the spiritual movement of Rasta, put putting it in music, embedding their beliefs in the songs and society, and pushing this across the world through the universal language of music. And that is why from today's date up to today's date, reggae music is one of the most loved music because of the love, the unity, and the resistance we fight against the oppressions, right? I also learned about the Carl Garden incident. Now, of course, this incident, was a gruesome incident, and I totally disagree with how the government treated, the citizens of Carl Garden, and I personally believe that things could have turned out totally different, right, from how they actually approach the citizens, how they attack the citizens. I personally believe that this was inhumane and a big injustice to humanity altogether, right? Um, I have also learned that our present government has 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 some trust funds that would actually benefit those who were affected by that incident. So our government has done an investigation and found that what happened was inhumane and was wrong, and that government has actually put up a trust fund and came out with a public apology to apologize and to correct what has been And I personally think that all this information about Rasta, about the Carl Garden incident, has actually have me looked deep inside myself, right? Um, to 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 think who I am as a person, right? Who I am as a musician, as an entertainer, who I am and what and how do I want people to see me. And I am now asking myself a lot of questions and pointing, and hopefully this will point me in the right, or guide me per se in the right direction into uplifting Jamaica's culture and keeping Jamaica's culture alive through reggae music. Thank you.